Hi everyone, it's Jennifer Nassi with Learning Leaf LLC and welcome to video 4 of my 30 videos in 30 days series, which talks about my journey to health through psoriasis and some other gut issues and things, and also my role as a health coach and what I do for myself when things get out of balance and things that you can do as well when you experience that in your life. So yesterday I had mentioned that there are some inflammation driving foods that we consume. And one of the ones I want to talk about today is sugar. Sugar is something that has definitely crept back in a little more than I would like it to be in my diet of late. And let me tell you, it's not because I'm eating lots of candy bars, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So sugar, we naturally have a sweet tooth. We naturally crave sweet things. It's just that in the past we would have addressed that by picking sweet fruits and vegetables. So sweet fruits are pretty obvious. Sweet vegetables, think things like yams, sweet potatoes, carrots. These are all foods that would help with our sweet tooth, but also provide a ton of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, fiber, all that good stuff. When refined sugar came into the picture, that changed a lot of things. They now estimate that Americans eat over 100 pounds. That's right, pounds. Imagine those, 1 pound bags of sugar every single year. That's one of those 1 pound bags every 3 to 4 days. That's kind of crazy. And it's not because we're all running around eating a bunch of candy bars, although I did go through a phase of that in my teaching days. But it's because it's in things we just wouldn't expect it to be. You can find sugar in pasta sauces, canned vegetables, baby food, breads, crackers, just all over the place. And we wind up taking in a lot more than we really think we do. And one of the catches with refined sugar is that it's not even that it doesn't add anything to it for us. It doesn't have the vitamins, minerals, fiber, all of that. But what's worse is it is actually an anti-nutrient. It takes resources from our body for our system to be able to process it. It depletes us. So it really takes away. And of course it is very addictive, as most of you have experienced. It is considered an addictive substance because if you all of a sudden were to remove it, you would go through withdrawal symptoms, right? And I know most of us have experienced the roller coasters that come with it, the mood swings, the ups and downs. I know for myself, not only do I get those mood swings, but I get really irritable. And, that's when I'm more likely to snap at my kids or my husband, and it just doesn't feel good. So, unfortunately, I can't dedicate as much time as I would like to this subject today because I could go on about sugar for quite a while in terms of how it works in our body, the things that we can do to eliminate it from our diet. And I know so many people then want to jump to artificial sweeteners, but I'm telling you that is not the way to go. They are chemical in nature and our body treats them as toxins. And the last thing we want to do is be packing away artificial sweeteners in our fat cells and bogging our systems down with this toxic gunk. So if this is something that you want to delve in deeper, then you can go to my website. It's learningleafcoaching.com. And you will see on the sidebar a link for Beating the Sugar Blues, and that is a link to my teleclass in which I outline all of those things. But just know that refined sugars, not only are they an anti-nutrient and take away from our system, but they create a ton of inflammation in our body. And so, inflammation, you're going to hear me say this a bunch, inflammation is a big part of almost any disease process that you look at. And so we want to quiet that down. And refined sugars is one of the things that's got to go. And when I've had to, and I've done this quite a few times, take refined sugar back out of my diet, it takes a good 3 or 4 days of those kinds of withdrawal symptoms. They can even be headaches, jittery, super strong cravings, all that kind of stuff, fatigue even. But then once you get past that, it's pretty remarkable. My cleanse clients can attest to this, that you just don't crave it anymore. Your body starts to get reattuned to what it really needs and what it really wants. And you will definitely notice just a difference in how you're feeling, potentially a difference in some of the symptoms you're experiencing just by getting refined sugars out of there. So keep in mind, refined sugars, we're not just looking at the obvious culprits like the candy bars and the sodas and things like that, but we're looking at breads and sauces and jarred things and canned things and places that you just might not expect it. For example, a Cliff Bar, one of the Cliff Bars I looked at, had over 21 grams of sugar in it. That's more than a donut. And yes, you are getting some protein and things like that in there, but you have to really weigh, you know, the benefit of what you're eating, some of those convenience foods, and really what you're getting. So stay tuned. We're going to be talking more tomorrow about other inflammation driving foods, and then we will be getting into some of the anti-inflammatory foods that we can add into our diet. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be back very soon.